The Department of Justice and FBI announced they're opening a civil rights investigation into the police-involved death of Tyree Nichols in Memphis. Nichols, who is just 29 years old, is just another case of a young black man dying at the hands of police during a traffic stop, which also leads us to another case we've been reporting on, the death of Keenan Anderson. Keenan Anderson was a 31-year-old teacher visiting L.A. when he was stopped by an LAPD motorcycle officer and was accused of causing a traffic accident and then trying to steal a car. Police tased him several times, and he died hours later. Now there are growing calls for answers over his death. And joining us now is his cousin, artist, activist, and Black Lives Matter co-founder Patrisse Cullors, and her attorney, who is also representing the family, Carl Douglas. Thank you to you both for being with us. And Patrisse, I just want to extend our condolences for your family's loss. Obviously, just unimaginable what you're going through right now. But if you can, just start off telling us where the investigation stands right now.
Well, right now, LAPD is investigating the incident that happened with my cousin. And that's all I really know.
And, you know, when you say it like that LAPD is investigating this incident with your cousin, that obviously happened with LAPD. Tell me your thoughts on that alone.
It's troubling that the police department, who is often at the hands of killing Black people, are the same department that is the first department to investigate these kinds of issues. And I think, you know, our family is waiting for that investigation to end so that it can hit the desk of the district attorney, George Gascon.
And for LAPD, I know a column in the LA Times said that your cousin was one of 3 men who died this month by what they called unnecessary violence with LAPD. Can you just take us back a few days and give us the timeline of why Keenan was in LA and how everything led up to that day?
He was visiting friends and family when he came to LA. He had just started working at high school as a 10th grade English teacher in DC. I didn't find out the news about his death until January 5th. But I didn't find out why he died until January 6th, when I received a news article from my cousin who said Keenan was killed by the police.
And what immediately, if you can, what immediately went through your mind then?
I was in shock. I think for Black people, we don't ever want to die at the hands of law enforcement, but we all prepare ourselves for that day that it may happen. But nothing prepares you for your loved one or family member to die a violent death in the way that he did. And I think I'm still processing. I'm still really processing what happened to him.
Carl, I want to bring you in. A coroner's investigation is underway to determine whether it was the taser or the drugs that caused Keenan's death. And in the meantime, LAPD released a toxicology report. They claim that cocaine and marijuana were found in Keenan's blood. Do you believe that to be true? And what do you make of the release of this toxicology report?
Janai, I have been involved for almost 42 years, representing families who have been victimized by police conduct. And it is so regrettable that there's a routine that always comes in where they try to make an effort to dehumanize the person who died. In this case, it is certainly clear that a substantial factor causing Mr. Anderson's death was not the presence of any drugs in his system, but it was the decision by trained killers to taser Mr. Anderson at least 6 times.
Has the family made a decision about filing a lawsuit?
We have. In days, there'll be the filing of what's called a claim for damages. That is the first document that we have to file to put the city on notice that there will, in fact, be a lawsuit coming. The city will have 45 days to either accept that claim or to reject it, and a rejection is expected. Once that is rejected, there will be a lawsuit filed on behalf of the 5-year-old son of this man who died in vain, who should not have died.
How are you handling all of that?
It's a lot. It's a lot. Today I feel particularly weepy. I'm not sure why, maybe because I have a stress cold from doing a lot of work this week, but it's exhausting to think that for a decade, many of us have been doing this work, and now it's at my own doorstep. And I feel like it's surreal still, because I'm not just grieving, my whole family is. And we're all trying to make sense of this moment.
And Patrisse, to hear you say that this, I know you've said in other interviews that this nightmare is now the reality you and your family are living. And so again, we extend our condolences to you and your family. And Patrisse, thank you. Carl, Douglas, thank you both for being with us tonight.
Thank you.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.